Shabbat Shalom. It's truly hard to believe that a year has passed since we've gathered with loved ones in person. Time is such a strange thing. We create sacred connection through ritual to help root us to moments and to memory, to help us navigate life's journey. And here we are this evening, providing ritual to help us reflect on a year each of us could have never imagined prior. In this moment, I recognize that for some, we return to this familiar season with the sights and smells of spring in the air, the light extending itself upon us ever so slightly with each passing day. As the light extends, we shed not only the darkness of winter, but the journey through a dark period of time. Darkness represented by grief and by loss in so many ways. Perhaps this year, you were given new ways to find possibility, potential. Perhaps you're still feeling stuck, waiting for a door to open, one that opens to new pathways, which illuminate a way forward for you. Tonight, through music, spirited prayer, and heartfelt words, we offer you some time to reflect on where you and we all have been, with all of our perfect imperfections, to breathe new soul into our resilience, for the light to not only shine more outward, but inward as well. Tonight, let us allow ourselves to be intentional in expressing our vulnerability. Let us cry, let us laugh, let us sing, and let us rejoice. To put one foot in front of the other, as so many of us have done this past year. To offer, as a Shabbos gift to ourselves, some space to move forward, both as individuals and as a sacred community. I know before we began this evening that we were alerted that it is possible that we may have some technological challenges throughout. If your screen freezes by chance, it is not you, it is our connections here. We will be back. Stay tuned, refresh, and join us again.
Shabbat Shalom. I would like to invite you all to get 2 candles if you have them, or even just one, and to light with us tonight in celebration of Shabbat, in solidarity of the hope light brings to our lives, especially tonight. We are taught light is the overarching, central, definitive metaphor for the Jewish understanding of reality. From chaos, God found the light of creation, and from light, it is we who find warmth, beauty, and meaning, and often how and where we find God. Whether on Erev Shabbat, Havdalah, on our high holidays, festivals, or in rituals surrounding death, light brings us the tradition of our faith and the hope for the future. The light we bring into our Jewish lives through tradition brings us closer to the divine, closer to nature, and closest to each other when we bring the warmth and power of fire and light into our hearts. This act of creation, the literal kindling of light, makes us certain of our partnership with our Creator. Our tradition teaches us through light we see, and through light we are seen. Tonight, as we mark a year of kindling Shabbat lights at home, know that we see each other's warmth, beauty, and divinity. We see light in the eyes of those we love, and we, your rabbis and musicians, see you through the lens of optimism and commitment. We know you are together with us in prayer, in song, in hope, and in healing. The depth of the faith that we have in our tradition, the faith that brings us to Shabbat each week and beyond, will not die, but will keep our hope alive and our faith sustained through the sparks of these lights. Tonight, we remember and we hope. We remember more than 500,000 who have left us in our community, and for them, we light first in remembrance. And together we light for Shabbat, and we bring the warmth and beauty into our hearts, into our homes.
Asher kitshanu mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel
We bring the joy of Shabbat with the Song of Songs, Dodi Li. Please join us.
Dodi li va'ani lo haroeh b'shoshanim. Dodi li va'ani lo haroeh b'shoshanim. Nizot ala min hamidbar, nizot ala lekuteret mor ulevona. Shoshanim, Dodi li va'ani lo haroeh b'shoshanim. Libotei li achoti kala, libatini kala, libatini achoti kala, libatini kala. Dodi li va'ani lo haroeh b'shoshanim. Dodi li va'ani lo haroeh b'shoshanim. Uri tzavon u'voi teiman. Uri tzavon u'voi teiman. Dodi li va'ani lo haroeh b'shoshanim. Dodi li va'ani lo haroeh b'shoshanim.
Tov lehodot, we give thanks to God.
Tov lehodot l'Adonai, ולזמר לשמך העליון. טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך העליון. On this the day of days, my lips shall sing your praise, and I know that you'll always be here surrounding me. Tov lehodot l'Adonai, ולזמר לשמך העליון. טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך העליון. My spirit takes release. I close my eyes in peace, and from Adonai, Uzamer Leshimcha Elyon, Tov lehodot l'Adonai, Uzamer Leshimcha Elyon.
We joyfully greet our Shabbat bride, Lecha Dodi.
Shalom ateret bala gam besimcha uvtzaholam toch emunei am segulam boi chala boi chala
Standing, and we turn eastward as we begin our prayer. We join together in English. Adonai, your majesty is proclaimed by the marvels of earth and sky. Sun, moon, and stars testify to your power and wisdom. Day follows day in endless succession, and the years vanish, but your sovereignty endures. Though all things pass, let not your glory depart from us. Help us to become co-workers with you and endow our fleeting days with abiding worth. Baruch atah Adonai, Amariv, Aravim.
Ahavat olam, Beit Israel, Amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta. Ahavat olam, Beit Israel, Amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Eloheinu, Kumeinu nasiach bechukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, u'b'mitzvotecha, le'olam va'ed. Ahavat olam, Beit Israel, Amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta. When we lie down, when we rise up, this joy will last forever. When we lie down, when we rise up, this joy will last forever, forever. Ahavat olam, Beit Israel, Amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu,
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ולשך בדרך ושוכבך ובקומך, ושרתם להיות על ידיך, וחיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, ושרתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים אלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
We turn to the words of Micha Mocha, praying for our own redemption, celebrating our redemption, and praying for the redemption of all peoples.
מלכותך רבניך, בוקע ים לפני משה ומרים, זה אלי ענו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר כי פרעונה את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
365 days ago. That was the last time we gathered as a community in person to welcome Shabbat. It was also the first time that we live streamed a regular Shabbat service. Inside the sanctuary, it was sparse. Myself, my wife Sarah, our 2 kids were the entirety of the youth choir. Heidi, Buddy, and our accompanist Chris O'Brien. We barely had a minyan in the seats. Rabbi Bernstein began that service by quoting that week's Torah portion. The coincidence that it included how the priests were commanded to wash their hands before performing their sacred rituals. A week later, it was the first pre-recorded service. And that week we learned a lot about bandwidth. The service didn't go live until 6:30. But yet we all sat around our tables at home, crying. In some ways we were fearful. In some ways we were joyous that we could still celebrate Shabbat together. And in many ways we were unsure of what the future held. For the last 365 days, it sometimes felt like we were living Groundhog's Day. Again and again, waking up saying, all right, let's do it all again. Waking up and saying, it's Friday again, and it's Friday already in the same breath. We kept hoping, and perhaps we keep hoping, that we'll wake up tomorrow and realize that it was all a dream, or that it's all in the past, minimally, that it's all over. Every night we offer our Hashkivenu prayer. It says, "Grant, O God, that we lie down in peace, and raise us up our guardian to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel. For your name's sake, be our help. Shield and shelter us beneath the shadow of your wings. Defend us against enemies, illness, war, famine, and sorrow. Distance us from wrongdoing. For you, God, watch over us and deliver us. For you, God, are gracious and merciful. Guard our going and coming to life and to peace evermore. Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem." Within our Hashkivenu prayer is this image, a Sukkat Shalom, a sukkah of peace. A sukkah is a shaky structure, set up quickly and haphazardly, but it's enough to keep us safe. And sure enough, just as you start getting used to being in the sukkah, it's just about time to take it down and enter the new year. We don't know what lies ahead. We know the shelter of peace has been challenging at times and good enough at others. We also know that there were times, and there will be times, when we will call out to God, asking for a continued Sukkat Shalom, a shelter of peace. We join together in Hashkivenu.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'Shalom, L'Shalom, Ve'hamidenu Shomreinu L'Chayim, Ufos Aleinu Sukkat Shlomecha, Ufos Aleinu Sukkat Shlomecha, בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. They knew then, Bnei Israel, Bnei Israel, Oti לעולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש. שבת ויהי נפש. שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
This year's pandemic has brought about changes in most areas of our lives. It's brought us stress, anxiety, fear. Our foundation may have felt unstable at times, and our grasp and sense of control tenuous. Yet, this time has also brought about our capacity for resilience. A year has passed since the beginning of this pandemic. So, how have we coped and practiced resilience during these most uncertain times? We have given grace. Stress uses up so much of our energy, and many of us have dialed down our expectations of ourselves and of others. We've maintained our social connections, and in many ways, those connections have meant everything to us. We were in touch and supportive of one another. We check in with family members, with friends, with colleagues. We asked one another how we were doing to let them know we care. We moved our bodies. The term lockdown or quarantine did not prevent us from going for a walk or a run. Movement has been a great way to relieve our stress, to notice the world around us, to get fresh air. Some of us even practice mindfulness. Being mindful has helped us to slow down and reduce the anxiety and the tension and the stress. It allowed us to notice nature, to take note of what we were eating. Being mindful allowed us to focus on what truly is important. In a moment, we're going to enter into the Amidah, the peak prayerful moment of our service. The themes of gratitude and request are central to this section, allowing us to be mindful of what was and hope for the best in what is yet to be. Resilience in our Jewish tradition is ancient. It is found in the words of our foundational Exodus text of our narratives. It's a story that has led us from being avadim, from slaves, to freedom, to chirut. It's a story that we tell again and again and again. It's a story we share with every human who inhabits this earth, every soul in need of Geulah, of redemption. We share it to welcome those to open our arms and embrace into our sacred spaces, whether physically or virtually. We share this narrative, these narratives, to remind us that in every generation, there will both be challenges and blessings. And that is how we are meant to meet these challenges and share our blessings, because our resilience defines us as a people, not just as a Jewish community. With that in mind, we asked for God to open our lips. And when we rise and we say, Adonai Savatak Tiftach Ufi Agiti Latachai, Eternal God, open my lips and my mouth may declare your praise, I will then share a poem that I hope will help to frame our time to reflect inward together. I invite you to rise if you are able, as we face eastward and join together.
Show me how to pray, wash my fears away when my thoughts are clear. Adonai is near. Adonai, Sifatai Tiftach Ufi Agit Teilatecha. Show me how to pray, wash my tears away when my thoughts are clear. Adonai is near when my thoughts are clear. Adonai is near.
Resilience, the capacity to navigate the unknown, more than skill, adaptation, emanating from soulful desire to offer up our best selves, all the while aware we're doing the best with what we've got. What happens when fear gets in the way of the potential for resilience? The fear of being confined, isolated, alone, losing routine, social contact. Resiliency is a muscle that needs constant strengthening. We can build upon the ways we act and respond. Slow down, breathe. Yes, it takes effort. But we're in this together, in the anxiety, in the fear, in the unknown, and in our coming out the other side. Take a moment for your own personal prayer. we take a moment to pause in reflection. To those in need of refuah shlema, recovery of mind, of body, of spirit, those that are in our hearts, those we may not even know, who are in this world, who are in need, who are looking, we hold them collectively tonight in our prayers, in our hearts as well. In our community, we're thinking of Phyllis Bendit, Norman Berman, Sandy Berman, Leslie Cohen, Melvin Cohen, Samantha Farouche, Gad Beth Israel, Denise Garrick, Evie Golden, Nancy Gordon, Steve Gould, Harav Esther Batrut, Ellen Hutt, Michael Jesser, Heidi Krantz, Sarah Kurtz and Ezra Samuel Kohler, Nikki Levy, Ruth Batsara, Rhonda Schwartz, Patricia Spira, Sharon Thomas, Maxine Trimble and Gerald Trimble, David Tossman, Fred Valfer, Amy Provisor Webb, Kathy Weil and John Weil, and George Wise. I know there may be individuals you're thinking of. I invite you to share them aloud at this time so that we may hold them collectively in our hearts as well. Or feel free to write them in the chat below.
Succeed when you get what you want but not what you need, when you feel so tired that you can't sleep, stuck in reverse, tears come streaming down your face, when you lose something you can't replace, when you love someone but it goes to waste. Could it be worse? Lights will guide you home and ignite tears stream down your face when you lose something you cannot replace. Tears stream down your face, and tears stream down your face. I promise you I will learn from my mistakes. Tears stream down your face, and those who sow in tears will reap in joy, will reap in joy, and those who sow in tears will reap in joy. Those who sow in tears will reap in joy, will reap in joy. Those who sow in tears will reap in joy.
This Shabbat is a special one that we are approaching the festival of Pesach, of Passover. But on this Shabbat, we know it is Shabbat HaChodesh, which, as Shabbat comes to a close, we will enter the month of Nisan. The first, not actually in our annual calendar, but in the Hebrew calendrical cycle. The first month that we note holds the Yetziat Mitzrayim, the Exodus from Egypt. And so today and tonight, we honor a new moon. We honor a new opportunity. We honor a way out of the imprisonment of ourselves, the narrowness. And we honor that time tonight, as you've heard. But also in the words, when a new month comes upon us, we always seek the potential, the possibility. And so, in the blessings that we say, our God and God of our ancestors, may the new month bring us goodness and blessing. May we have long life, peace, prosperity, a life exalted by your love of Torah and reverence for the divine, a life in which the longings of our hearts are fulfilled for good. Rosh Chodesh Nisan Yiyeh B'Yom Rishon. Rosh Chodesh, the new month of Nisan, will begin after this Shabbat as we begin a new month.
May it be your will, God, my God, and God of our ancestors, that the coming month bring us peace, full life and blessing. May the promise of your new moon fill us with well-being. Guide us as we grow, making us complete. May it be your will, God, my God, and it with thee. Guide us as we grow, making us complete. מי שעשה ניסים לאבותינו, מי שעשה ניסים לאמותינו, מי שעשה ניסים לאבותינו, מי שעשה ניסים לאמותינו.
Shabbat Shalom. I'm Mike Chasen, a member of Congregation Beth Israel's Board of Directors. Thank you all for watching the services tonight. I'd like to give an early Mazel Tov, congratulations, and if I knew how to say break a leg in Hebrew, I would, but to Alexander Levine and his parents for his upcoming bar mitzvah tomorrow. Good luck. Congratulations to his parents James Levine, Rebecca Gaffney, and his sister Scarlett. I'd also like to remind you that for information about upcoming program, you can always visit our website at cbisd.org. Shabbat Shalom.
We begin to conclude our service by turning to Aleinu L'Shabeach, page 282, and face our Torahs, sending our intentions eastward. We invite you to please rise as you're able.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. It's not that there haven't been blessings over the last year, but on the anniversary of the loss, of any loss, we take the time to mourn as a community and support one another. We take the time to remember a year of pandemic, a year of loss, a year of cancellations and disappointments, a year of uncertainty and fear, a year without hugs and handshakes, a year without groups and gathering, a year of coping, managing, hanging in there, or not, a year of God giving us more than we could handle, a year of sickness, a year of death. We mourn the death of over 34,000 in San Diego County, 55,000 in California, and we mourn the death of over 530,000 people in the United United States. We mourn the death of over 2.6 million throughout the world who have died of COVID-19 during this pandemic. For all the people we have lost, for all the people we remember and we honor their memory. I'm sorry to announce the death of Randy Rosenberg Selleck, daughter of Richard Rosenberg and Joan McAdams, cousin of Philip and Laura Dukoff. We are in the week of Shiva, the first 7 days following burial for Shulamit Grumman Klagsbrunn, grandmother of Zev and Elisheva Klagsbrunn, and great-grandmother of Noam. We're in the period of Shloshim, the first 30 days following burial for William Hornstein. Finally, we think of those who died at the season in years past. Jake Abbott, Constance Edelman, Gloria Adler, Trudy Adler, Maxine Altschuler, Eugene Apple, Julia Axelrod, Reuben Baker, Vernon Bale, Russell Bells, Marvin Berg, Deborah Ann Burton, A. Sam Bloom, Toby Bloom Brewster, Sigmund Blumenfeld, Mildred Borden, Nana B. Cohen, Solomon Cohen, Sally Abraham Cohn, Betty Cooper, Murray J. Cornell, Harry H. Durer, Rabbi Maxwell Dubin, Philip Dworitz, Cecil D. Elfenbein, Lucille C. Evans, Lillian Evans, Benjamin Ferber, Herman Fink, Joyce Garlick, Gerald Goldberg, Abraham Goldhammer, Blanche Goldstein, John David Goodman, Ernest Green, Leo Greenbaum, Milton Handel, Bruce Hazan, Julia Hine, Abraham Herman, Nathan Jacobs, Florence Stein Jed, Jacob Conweiler, Lorraine Kaplan, Murray Karp, Willem Kattenberg, Samuel Kerper, Barbara Kessler, Mayor B. Cohn, David Morrison Korn, Elliot Kretzmer, Larry Krinsman, Esther Kronovitz, Edith Lavender, David Leeds, Benjamin Lerber, Edgar Levi, Emma Sears Levinson, Donna Levy, Julius Lusser, Lester Lusser, Rose Moss, Gertrude Malkus, Joseph Manning, Jerome Metz, Emmanuel Mayer, Philip Mintz, Francis Nathanson, Tilly Omens, Eleanor Parker, Frank Platt, Gerald Plevin, Caroline Potter, Lou Press, Mac Nelson Ribner, Erna Rosenthal, Marion Rubenstein, Morris Rusikoff, Ethel Scheinbaum, Jack Schumacher, Irving Sickerman, Estelle Silver, Celia Simmel, Theodore Simons, Herman Simons, Jenny Siner, Edward Solomon, Joan Spielman, Charlotte Suslow, Beatrice Taffel, Joseph Taffel, Isabel Tannenbaum, Lottie Tannenbaum, Marvin Tepper, June Ullman, Jan Winkleman, Sharon Winkleman, and Bertha Wall. If there's a name on your heart of someone for whom you are saying Kaddish, I invite you to share that name with those around you, or perhaps with our community, as we rise together as a caring community, as we're able to join in the words of Kaddish Yatom. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach lirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kari v'imru, amen.
Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevarach Le'alam Lalmei Almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shmei Kudsha B'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran be'alma v'yimru. Amen. Yehi Shlam Rabba min Shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. V'yimru. Amen. Oseh Shalom b'mromav. Hu ya'aseh Shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. V'yimru. Amen.
Throughout this past year, we have learned so much about ourselves. As Rabbi Navar has mentioned, we have learned resiliency. As Rabbi Bernstein mentioned, we've learned to find the light and find the good. And together, we can move forward this Shabbat on this incredible anniversary, reminding ourselves that each of us is capable of building this world continually, through all times, through all situations, through all pandemics. We can build this world with love. we will build this world from love, one day at a time, one step at a time. Shabbat Shalom.